Shut up and sit down.
Hello guys, it's Andy from Big Mex Workshop and Painting Studio, and today it is another White Dwarf. This is August 2018 and should be going on general release this weekend. So as you can see from the front cover, Adeptus Titanicus is getting its information released. So you can see, and we all know it's coming up very soon, so we can see what's going off in there. So as always, I've not looked at a particularly good look inside yet. I'll be doing that with you as always. But we can dare say there is going to be a hell of a lot of 40k and Heresy era stuff related to Marines, etc. because Adeptus Titanicus is all the rage. So let's get right into it. So we'll skip the White Dwarf team bit because who cares, and get straight into the contents. So as you can see in the top left corner, we have got some Adeptus Titanicus stuff. And it looks like it's some kind of battle report. Obviously, we've got some more miniatures talk about various different designer notes. The Mortal Realms brought to life with dioramas. And some more Age of Sigmar stuff, which is fairly standard, as obviously it's fairly new. Some more God Machine stuff, so obviously there's going to be a hell of a lot of Adeptus Titanicus stuff in there, and a little bit more about the Night Haunt. Looks like a battle report. Number 66. Yeah, that is a battle report. So, Planet Warhammer is going to be all about Kill Team at the minute, I should imagine. It's all very sneaky, as that's just been released. I've not got a clue about how it's going to play out, as I've not really been following it, but I'm definitely going to check it out because a few of my friends are going to be looking towards that. So I'm definitely interested into what's going off with Kill Team. As always, if you want to comment on anything we've mentioned in this video, drop us a message, tell us what you want to see, or drop your opinions on there. See if there's anything what we've missed out, what you've picked up on. So, obviously, a bit more on the Titan Legions and some Stormcasty things. So, 40k Kill Team. The 40k Kill Team is the large box set, which is got this terrain in it, and that terrain is awesome. It is £80. It gets everything you need. It looks like it's got a set of models with it. Let's see, it's the large box set has the 22 by 30 double-sided folding game board. It's made out of card. Imperial Ruins. It also comes with 10 Adeptus Mechanicus Skitarii and 10 Genestealer cult models. So Admech versus Genestealers, which is going to be quite an interesting backstory. Then you've got you can buy the core rulebook, which is £25 on its own, the data cards, and something I did notice, I was in a tournament playing Guild Ball the other day, and I was round in Stronghold Games in Hull, and you're also getting interesting core box sets as well, focused towards specific factions, which looks like an interesting idea. So you can get an Orc Kill Team or a Space Wolf Kill Team. They're the ones I noticed there anyway. A bit more on the Kill Team stuff. Obviously, Munitorium Kill's own environment, which is obviously a alternate battlefield, and that is £50, which will come with the double-sided folding game board. Features two different designs, so that's the one from the core box. The Imperial Sector and a Zone Munitorum, which is some kind of industrial sector. And the box comes with the armoured containers, barrels, the servo haulers, and all the other bits and pieces from that sort of style. Very, very cool. I like the options of getting various different terrain features. So I'm definitely going to look into something like that, because the new terrain, what we're kicking out of a minute, is absolutely wicked. So here we are. The Kill Team faction start sets. Right. There's 16 faction starter sets available to... there are 16 different factions available to Kill Team, and the faction starter expansion sets are the perfect way to get involved. The first 4 such Kill Teams are Space Marine Primaris Reavers, Orc Burner Boys, Tyranid Genestealers, and Astra Militarum Tempescus Scions. They will be joined by Death Watch, Drukhari, and I should imagine slowly in the Grapevine the other factions will be hosted as well. Each faction start set includes pre-coloured terrain and mid models and a booklet introducing the background of famous or infamous Kill Teams. So you get a little bit of terrain when you buy these Kill Teams, and they look to be around about the £30 mark, although I've got no fixed price written down here. So obviously you've got all the different Kill Team things where you can customize it, because that's the cool thing about Kill Team, is it's all about customizing small squads. So Horus Heresy Adeptus Titanicus, here we go. So the rule set is a whole lot of cards, strategy cards and objectives, all your containers and such. Right, this Titanic scale. These models aren't far away from the new far away. They're new plastic kits, smaller than the 40k counterparts. Each Adeptus Titanicus miniature, be it Warlord Titan or Imperial Knight, is about a quarter of the size of its Warhammer 40k equivalent. So battles featuring half a dozen Titans or more on each side can be fought on just over a 4x4 board. So battles will always be Titanic, but the labour required to find one won't be. Which is interesting, because if you're old enough to have played Space Marine and Titan Legions like I am, I used to love that game. I had a massive Imperial Guard army, but I never got around to getting a Titan, which was a bit of a regret for me, as I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Reavers. I do want Reavers, and if I was to play Adeptus Titanicus, it'd probably just be purely Reavers and Warhounds, because rule of cool. So you will be able to field armies made up of Warlord, Titans, Reavers, Warhounds, and Imperial Knights. It's pretty. Now it doesn't look like it's going to be any basic infantry or tanks as it stands, but hey, who knows? Who knows how that's going to change? There's a whole lot of opportunity for them to go for it, and there is a lot of scope for them to bring out super heavy tanks and such. So, the Warlord Titan. It is obviously the biggest Titan available in current 40k, and it's also the biggest Titan available in Titan Legion as well. Now that is not to say that Imperator Titans won't be implemented at some point in the near future. Definitely in Titan Legions I can see that happening. However, in 40k, let's face it, it'll need to be about 6 foot tall. Yeah, can't see that happening anytime soon. Okay, the Warlord Titan is a plastic kit, and 3 sprues in the box. One which builds the Titan's skeleton-like chassis, another providing its armour plates, and another providing its weapons. Can have 2 Bellicosa volcano cannons and 2 carapace-mounted Apocalypse launchers, which is pretty cool. The Knight is highly posable, with legs articulated at ankle, knee and hip, and the waist, weapon mounts and head also offering a range of motion. Now that is pretty cool, but it's such a small, I say small, it's not particularly small at all, it's about the size of a Leviathan Dreadnought. I'm sure you've all seen one. But it's that customizable that you can really add a very cool dramatic pose to it. yeah, I'm really liking that idea. The game itself obviously is getting all the scaled down city ruins and things as well, which is going to just make the game look so much cooler. Very nice choice of options with the Imperial Knights as well. A nice variety of weapon options on them. So back over into the mortal realms of Age of Sigmar, and they are still talking about the Nighthaunt and probably the Stormcast Eternal stuff as well. The black coach in the background there is such a cool figure. It really does look like it's trying to fly. So yeah, that's really if that was available back in the day for the fantasy game, for the mass battle game, you would have seen them all over the place because it's such a cool fig. Stormcast Eternals. There we go. We've got some more Stormcast Eternal stuff. There is a female one. Really pretty. Looks female from here anyway. Yeah, very nice feminine body structure on that one. Very cool. Nice to see a bit more variety in the figures. Different faces, so they don't look too masculine, which is nice as well. Sector Imperialis, which is looks like it's more imperial, more terrain for 40k. All good to see. We do like 40k terrain here at Big Max. The GW stuff creates some lovely stuff. And Necromunda. Talking about Cawdor Gang, which we've seen online and also briefly in previous White Dwarfs. They are really, really cool. And I would think they would make very, very interesting Chaos Cultist models. It's definitely something I would consider for my Night Lord army. Now, the Cawdor Gang itself is £25. The Gang War 4 book is £17.50. Gang Dice £8, and the cards £9. Having not played the new version of Necromunda, I don't know how important that is, but very cool models, and that's the important bit. Some more Blood Bowl stuff. Looks like we've been working on some more star players. So we've got Eldril Sidewinder, Grim Ironjaw, and all the others what you'd expect to see. Licensed gaming. So, Warhammer Vermintide 2. Looks like it's Shadows over Bogenhofen is the first DLC available for Vermintide. Necromunda is going to be out next year. It looks like it's going to be on PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox. The obvious ones what you expect. Sanctus Reach Horrors in the Warp is DLC for 40k. Sanctus Reach. So there's some 40k stuff for you computer gamers. So, obviously, as always, they're advertising the new books. Lords of Silence is a very interesting looking cover, written by Chris Wright. Now, obviously, it's about Death Guard, and that particular book is going to cost £18. The special edition, which is the one pictured here, is £40. So, those of you who are into the special editions, it ain't cheap, but it does look nice. And obviously, you've got the traditional entry from Age of Sigmar as well, which is the Mortal Realms fighting against the Lords of the Servants of Nurgle. Horus Heresy continues with the Slaves of Darkness and the Burden of Loyalty, which is looks like something about Titans. Who knows? Some more audio dramas as well. which is Raven Guard, a 40k one for called Soulbound, and the Lords of Terror, which is about the Primarchs, and there's a picture of Night Order on there, who from this angle looks to be smiling, which is never going to end well. So, Temporal Distort has taken us back to 1990 something or other. 1994. White Dwarf 179, and it is all about Titan Legions. Was that one? I remember it quite vividly, as my friend bought it, and we used to play Titan Legions every couple of weeks. A lot of fun. So, Shadespire. This is just a getting started with, so all those people who are interested in starting Shadespire but don't know where to look, there's a bit in there for you. And your kill team sections, all mentioning all the various different things. So, Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions, which is a collectible card game. Looks like there is a... it's going to be it's now available for iOS and all that sort of stuff, so it's going to be available for computer play as well. Interesting, because it wasn't originally designed that way. And here we go. This is a cover article, Titans, with a very, very cool photo of a massive Titan scrap, which everyone knows if you've listened to any of the audiobooks. Make a real mess of pretty much everything within a few miles of him. So, obviously, a bit of a hint on, looks like a bit of a guideline on how to play with Titan Legions, so you can get a bit of a feel for the game. And obviously, you've got some really good photos of the Titans themselves. Some very, very cool looking models there. So it looks like they're using templates as well back in the back from the old 7th edition 40k. So you've got what looks like the old pie plate and fire arcs and such. So it makes it's going to make the game feel like you're piloting the Titan a little bit more than just letting it wandering about. So the order dice, which are a relic from what's it called, Battlefleet Gothic, they look like they've taken a return. It's going to be interesting to see how they interact with the game. And talking about Age of Sigmar now, designer's notes on Age of Sigmar, the Stormcast Eternal with the new Aventus Firestrike with his sort of almost demonic looking Pegasus. That's quite an unpleasant looking creature. Very strange. Very weird looking monster that is. The Taurolon. Yeah, whatever one of them is, it looks nasty. And obviously you've got the guys on the sort of dragon lion things. And all the other stuff, what they've created over the last few years. So, Hall of Fame. And this week, that month even, Mortarion. To be fair, yeah, I can't fault that choice. Mortarion is definitely one of the top figs I've seen them release over the last couple of years, and they have been turning it on a hell of a lot. So yeah, that's a good choice. It's a lovely fig, loads of detail. Definitely something I look forward to painting, although I probably have to prize dodge off it. And obviously you've got the Iden of Deepkin. Looks like some kind of fight between Iden of Deepkin and the Night Orcs. So the Night Orcs are getting a lot of love at the minute in the battle reports. So it's a 3K game between sea elves and ghosts. And obviously, as always, I'll skip to the end of that because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. So, painting masterclass. For people like myself who like doing freehand, this is how to do insignias and markings and things. So those guys who like to do that sort of stuff, pay close attention to this bit if you get the White Dwarf. It's definitely an article I'm going to be reading, as I love doing that stuff. So obviously got various different examples of tattoos and icons, etc. And these sort of things, they're the sort of things what I find makes an army look interesting. You throw these little decorations onto your army, and really can make your army stand out from a crowd. So, Warhammer 40,000 2017. I'm still talking about Golden Demon. Now, I'm surprised I'm talking about 2017 because we've had obviously a lot of stuff over the last few months about the most recent Golden Demon. But there you go. Sergeant Virtus by A.D. Bay. Somehow only got a bronze. So, yeah. If that only got a bronze, the gold and silvers definitely have to be out of this world. So that's an weird boy of some kind. Yeah, it looks like the Auric wizard was being had minor conversions again. Outstanding paint job. I prefer the Ultramarine, but it is still very, very cool. And the gold was, wow, David Soper. How can I be surprised? And it is a Blightstalker, which just looks absolutely outstanding. Plus some other various different entries from the same event, and with some absolutely cracking stuff, as you can imagine. That Khan figure looks breathtaking. So, it looks like a guide to creating your own battlefield dioramas or interesting terrain. Some very cool ideas on how to build up something that looks like a rocky underground crypt. So, there you are. That's the end result for that, with the Carnosaur roaming around on top. Very cool looking diorama. Now we've got a very cool looking Lord of Change coming through a warp hole. And obviously we've got more and more of the same sort of thing, giving you ideas on what your dioramas could look like if you want to do that. So here we go. More colour schemes of the Titan Legions, with some nice close-ups of the models themselves, giving you the appropriate colours and transitions for the Titan Legions there. Pressing on further, we've got more of the same. I mean, obviously that's going to be an ongoing theme of the White Dwarf. Blanche Sue. John Blanche doing his normal weirdness with what looks like a number 7 is a tracked transport with a face. Yeah, that's disturbing. And this big guy here is the Cyclopean, the Mule Man and Master, converted from a Tomb King's Giant, Magathord, and several Admech weapons. That is, in fact, possibly the creepiest thing I've seen in a long while. Which says a lot, considering it's John Blanche, and his stuff is often really weird. So, some more, less insane stuff. I say less, but it is still quite mad. And Jay Clare's been busy. He's writing more stuff about The Hobbit and the Hobbit battle game. So he's got some more battle ideas, some for those who Hobbit players, and some new warband ideas for the same stuff from you guys. And Paint Splatter. So Paint Splatter is going to be teaching you how to use the Citadel system, and obviously painting House Cawdor this month, and getting towards the back end. I'm talking about the new terrain what we've released with massive walls. Some very cool stuff. And at the end we've got the little gallery at the back and some readers models. Some lovely stuff as always, some very cool stuff. The Yanari model there is cool as. I do like the interesting green colour what he's gone for. Very nice. And here we go. That is yet another White Dwarf coming to an end. As unsurprisingly, it was predominantly Titan Legions. And there we go. We have a very cool picture of a Reaver Titan just to please me right at the end. So there we are. That is August White Dwarf. Thank you for watching this one, and if there's anything you want to ask us, please feel free to drop a comment or hit us on Facebook. If you want to see more of the same, hit like, hit subscribe, share with your friends, and let us know what you like to see. Okay guys, see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.